live, streaming, and on the News 3 app. This is News 3.
Joining us now to talk more about the conflict in the Middle East, Matt Klink. He is a political strategist with California Strategies. That's a full-service public affairs consulting firm. Matt, I want to thank you for joining us. We just heard a bunch of scary scenarios playing out from our Kayla Gaskins. Let's talk about the possibility of us declaring war on Iran. Does President Trump have that authority?
Well, no. First of all, it's unlikely that the president would declare war on Iran. Don't forget, the U.S. hasn't been involved in a declared war since World War II. However, the president, as the commander-in-chief, has broad latitude to send American forces abroad to do fighting for limited periods of time, and then he needs to get the approval for Congress to do it. But look, Donald Trump has been masterful at keeping his options open right now. He said that he wants to negotiate an end for Iran's nuclear arms, or their ability to produce nuclear arms. And right now, the Ayatollah is not accommodating him. But Israel's got this under control. They're pounding the Iranians right now.
All right, but to that end, the president has kind of hinted that he does want some type of involvement. At first, he said that he didn't know anything about this. Now he's hinting that possibly he did know something before. What do you think would have to happen for the U.S. to, in fact, say, okay, we're involved in this?
It's my understanding a couple things would have to happen. The first would be if Israel said, look, the last remaining chink in the armor is the Fordo plant, where they have the highly sensitive centrifuges that enrich uranium, and that we can't take it out unless we have America buster bunker bombs. So he would probably then use B-2 pilots to fly those bunker busters and destroy the facility. But again, Donald Trump is not, he doesn't want to get America into another endless war. So he wants to be careful that we don't end up in another Iraq or Afghanistan situation. I think, though, that right now the Israelis have been very successful in degrading Iran's ability to make war, and they've really destroyed Hamas, Hezbollah, and the Houthis since October 7th. So the Middle East is in a pretty good place right now.
Okay, if we do get involved in this, do you think this could lead to a World War III?
You know what, Latoya, they call it the fog of war for a reason. There are a lot of uncertainties here. However, Iran's ability to make war is significantly less than it was 6 days ago. It still has some power left, but look, it's on its last gasp. Its population is not happy with the way that the mullahs have been ruling that country. And it's very clear to Israel that a nation that doesn't acknowledge your reason for existence and wants everyone dead is not someone that you can ever sit down at a table with. So the time is almost right. I think that's what Trump is calculating, is when will be the right time for the U.S. to get involved, and how do we end this quickly?
Well, to that end, we have seen some protests popping up, including one that's scheduled for just a couple of hours from right now here in downtown Las Vegas. How do you see this playing out with the American people and how they feel about this conflict?
Well, I just heard you talk about your poll results in Las Vegas. I will tell you, nationally, the numbers are a bit stronger. I would just urge people that don't be surprised if the same people that were waving Palestinian flags dust off their Iranian flags and are out there protesting. This is all manufactured. Iran has always been an enemy of the American people ever since the Islamic Revolution in the early 1980s. When they chant death to America, that doesn't bring any warm and fuzzy feelings to any Americans. And if the mullahs were gone in Iran, I don't think any American should think twice about it.
Yeah, there is that fear, though, as we mentioned, of people worried about those lone wolf attacks and that this could be putting a target on our backs as well. So we appreciate you, Matt Klink, for bringing this all to our attention, talking more about this. And, of course, we'll be following this in the days and possibly months ahead. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.